Bloomsday is celebrated on the 16th of June every year, and it is a celebration of the events in James Joyce's famous Ulysses book. It's grown into a truly international celebration of literature. So I'm joined today by Ken Gloss, who's the owner of a wonderful bookshop here in downtown Boston called Brattle Books. Ken, it's great to be here with you in the shop today. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your collection of books. This is a wonderful, wonderful store you have here. Tell me, what is it about holding an old book, a first edition in your hand? What does that do?
It connects you with the author. The first edition is when it came out. It's almost always when the author had the most control over what was happening. So when you touch or collect that first edition, it's about as close to the author as you can get, as opposed to changes made over the years. So that's doing it. If it's signed by the author, it even is telling you that they held that copy. And depending on who it is, even though I do this all the time, touching something that was a famous Irish author, American, whatever, it can send chills up your spine because you know they were there, they held it.
Ireland has produced an extraordinary literary tradition, from Joyce to Yeats, right up to today, with internationally acclaimed writers. We have a number of books here in front of us, but as a collector of books, what makes Irish literature so important and so enduring in the world?
It's great. I mean, it's you know, it sounds like a simple answer, but you have great literature, Ulysses, Yeats, on, and it's very, very good, and it sort of brings the feeling of a whole culture and society, but it's good literature. That's one of the main things. And of course, when you're in Boston, Boston has such a large Irish population. It's very popular. Thus, we get a lot of Irish history, literature, and etc. And people interested.
Absolutely. So we have three beautiful books here today. Maybe if you just show us the first one.
Well, this was a book that was done in the 1890s. Now, the main initial wave of Irish immigrants came during the famines and slightly after, and they came to Boston, and they were new immigrants, poorer. But over that 50 or 60 years, many became well established, well helping the city of Boston, but they had more money. They could afford to buy a big, larger book, and something also to recall their rise in the city, their importance in the city.
Kind of a status symbol almost.
That's absolutely a status symbol. Absolutely. And people are still interested in books like this.
And then we move on to the second one, which is a book by Seamus Heaney. And of course, Seamus Heaney lived here in Boston, and he spent time at Harvard. And there's still obviously a huge interest in his writing.
There's a huge interest in his writing, and even though it's Irish writing, it's local. And anytime you get something local, and the other feature of this is, I'll pull this out, but it's signed.
It's signed.
And of course, since he lived here, taught here, had students here, you get more signed copies. And again, that gets Seamus Heaney at one point held the book, looked at it, wrote his name in it, and it brings even that extra sort of cachet.
James Joyce's innovative style of writing transformed literature. You come to Bloomsday looking for Joyce?
Yes.
Excellent.
and of course, when you're a used bookstore, it's not like you can go to the publisher and order 100 copies or 200.
Right.
We buy from estates, and there's a treasure hunt every day going out. And so this was what I could find actually by Joyce, a very nice edition of Finnegan's Wake.
Oh, fantastic.
But yes, with Bloomsday coming, when I first knew that you might be coming, I said, well, okay, let's get a copy of Ulysses. And we went, oh.
We're sold out.
We're sold out of them because Bloomsday is coming.
It's remarkable that a novel which centres on just one day in Dublin has inspired scholars, readers all around the globe for over a century. Brattle Books here in the heart of Boston is one of America's oldest and most respected antiquarian bookshops, dating back to 1825. It has a wonderful selection of rare books, first editions and historical collections.